Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody guys, let's take a look at the Bitcoin market as usual. So last week the market was so dead that we even didn't need to prepare any additional report. So we have prepared a report on Monday, and since then market was standing in this really very tight range, providing no actually trading stops and behaves really heavy and lazy, so it's nothing to talk about was on the market. This week probably situation could turn from that point. At least we have the Fed Reserve statement meeting, and they could provide some volatility to the market because Fed statement as usual will make the direct impact on the United States dollar value, and Bitcoin trades in relation to the United States dollar, so correspondingly the volatility on the market could happen as well. So on the monthly chart we do not have really big changes. One thing that we already discussed. So if initially we considered two possible scenarios, first was based on this ABCD pattern when the market could reach this level. So initially we've got two different scenarios, this ABCD or butterfly. But during recent events that we see on the weekly chart, on the daily chart, it seems that currently market is going to the butterfly scenario. And from that standpoint, we are now standing in the process of the forming of the right wing of this pattern that suggests by itself that retracement should be a bit deeper. So usually when the butterfly forms the right wing, of course it happens sometimes that this could be just 30% retracement, but as a rule this pullback stands 50% or lower. So it means somewhere to the 80 even, maybe slightly above it, so we could see the price before the rally will continue. That's what we have on the long-term chart. The reason why we have denied the ABCD pattern here stands mostly on the weekly chart, and we already explained that. If you remember, we have this ABCD pattern, and we said, well, this stop and immediate downward action is quite irrational because no fundamental factors exist for that. From a technical point of view, market already passed the COP, overall action was good, market stands below the stop. So no reasons technically we have sudden stop here and reverse. This is not the way how market usually behaves with the ABCD patterns. So that makes us think that probably market here will not break this area immediately, will not go to the 1450, but first it will show some more or less deep retracement, and then we try to establish the rally. That's the reason. So we talked about it in previous update that we made on last Monday. Also, as you can see here, we have the reversal candle on the weekly chart that has been formed, and when the actual downside action has started, because market has created the new top here compared to this week and closed below its lows, and even engulfs whole 1, 2, 3, 4, well, almost five previous weeks of trading. And definitely this type of action can't stop immediately. It's probably after some pause in downward action, some minor pullback, market has all chance to continue to the downside. That actually was our major scenario that we already talked about in the last week. And we will keep going with it. On the daily chart, what we have. Last week we said that market hits the XOP target of this ABCD pattern, but based on the strong sell-off, we said that despite the minor pullback here, we're still watching for downward action. Market also stands at the minor 618 support. That is based from these lows to this top, 618 creates an agreement. At the same time, if you will build the levels from the stronger reaction point, you will see that here we have another very strong level that has not been reached yet, and this is confidence support with 87.91. And we said that will be our first destination point on the way down. This market could stop spend some time before maybe downside continuation, because here actually you could see we have chance to get the hand shorts or something of that sort. And currently we consider this A, B potential C point and OP target somewhere here. But the question currently is where the C point will be, where the market will start downward action right from here. And in this case will be steep ABCD pattern. So here we will get probably only the 618 extension, only COP, while the OP will be much lower. Or we still will get some minor upward continuation a bit more, maybe catalyst triple to sell will be formed on the intraday charts to the level that we initially discussed. So if you remember, we said that will be pullback somewhere to 1068. This will be minimum target right up to the 1110. And that is the ultimate retracement level that we discussed, because this is actually the former neckline of these head and shorts, and it could be retested. Now still the question exists where the C point will be. As you understand, in this case, the different targets will be of this ABCD. On the daily chart currently, we have minor, very small, you can see bearish grabber, and suggested drop below this lows, and suggests that downward action could start immediately. But at the same time, on intraday charts, different scenarios still exist. So, for example, on the 4-hour frame chart, you could see that major level stands around 1080 is confidence resistance, and on the hourly chart, here is what we potentially could get. Well, in general, this bottom that is forming here remains extended and choppy, well, head and shoulders or something of that sort. So you can see it could be left shoulder, triple head or something that looks like the head, long-term upward forming of the completion of the head, and down it could be another shoulder is forming. So on the next week, the 10 even area will be very important by a few reasons. First of all, if market will hold here and starts upward action, that could be kind of the A, B, C, D, somewhere to the 1089 or maybe 1110 that we specified. So, other words speaking, it will promise deeper upward pullback before downward action will start. And in this case, we could get some large, something like the triple to sell, or something that we are talking about on the, I don't know, something on that chart. On the daily chart, that's the first opportunity. Conversely, if market will not be able to hold here and drop below it, that will be direct downward action right to the next support that we have actually on the daily chart. Right here, if you remember, 88. 91, right? This will be the target. So, depending on what you're expecting, what direction you would like to trade, you should keep an eye on the 10 even. So, if you already have taken the short position, because actually market was very close to our target, it's 1060, we said 1068 on the last week, well, you could keep them, just keep an eye on the 10 even. When the market will drop here, book profit, close your, tight your stop orders or something, or do something with your position, because here reversal is possible. For the bullish traders, for those who like to take the long position, that's also the level that you could keep an eye on. And if overall downside action will be gradual, not very strong and fast, for something of that sort, you could consider taking a long position with the stops against these lows. Straight downward action definitely tell you that no long position should be taken, and it's probably markets breaking lows and going lower to the next support area on the daily chart. So that's setups that we will keep an eye on the Bitcoin next week.